We have always wondered what players and teams do during off-seasons. Do they practice or engage in other activities? National Football League. NFL has mandated events and requirements to conduct practices at specific points. This is where the OTA comes into the picture. So, what is OTA in football? Organized team activity. OTA in football comprises off-season workouts that are scheduled on the third or the fourth week of Phase 3 for 4 days. Although these happen during the off-season, NFL has criteria to monitor teams and penalize them for violation. How do OTA work? What are the criteria chosen by NFL? Let us look at them in detail, along with a glance at schedules. Role of OTA in NFL. NFL drafts OTA to improve the performance of the playing staff. Perhaps all teams in NFL take part in OTA. The agreement between the Players Association and the NFL describes situations, timelines, and methods to carry out team activities. The offseason is divided into various segments, and OTA formulate one of them. Let's say a team wants to improve its positioning. This OTA is the perfect time when coaches can work with players in fixing roadblocks and revising strategies to handle upcoming matches. If the team needs new recruits to plan lineups, teams can still use OTA. It also plays a role in the mandatory veteran minicamp that occurs every week during the off-season. This minicamp happens on working days when returning players undergo physical examinations and coaches make decisions. Most importantly, veterans who do not attend these OTA and minicamps will be fined. This is one way to enhance the participation level of players and veterans during an off-season. How do OTA schedules work? OTA are scheduled during May and June and include undrafted free agents, veterans, and drafted players. The OTA schedule has 3 sections: OTA off-season workouts, first day, and mandatory minicamp. Workout programs form major portions of OTA and happen during the initial weeks. During these programs, coaches focus on the strength and conditioning of players. This approach helps players to develop a better understanding of expectations for upcoming seasons. However, coaches remain aware of the extent to which workout programs can be designed so players do not wear out. OTA and levels. OTA are mandatory in NFL, but there are no such stern requirements in youth football. Leagues are free to decide the date and invite teams to take part in the practice session. Coaches of these youth leagues are also encouraged to adopt the schedule and structure of the NFL to train their players. Endurance drills are primarily included in these OTA, and youth players must take up these drills to develop basic skills. Perhaps OTA are excellent times to tune players' skills and give them a walkthrough for upcoming games. Players get acquainted with skills and field experiences. What is OTA violation in NFL? OTA should not exceed 10 practices in 3 weeks, or the team can be fined. If players skip helmets and other safety pads, players and teams are severely. The main reason to promote the no-contact rule is to avoid potential exposure to shoulder injuries or bruises during workouts and practice programs. If you look at non-NFL leagues, set their rules and do not adequately discuss violations. Contrarily, NFL prioritizes teams and players to focus on rules, or they are immediately fined. News OTA violations. Here are some incidents to help you recollect and understand the severity. Head coaches are fined $100,000 and $250,000 for first and second violations, respectively. Likewise, teams are fined $250,000 and $500,000 for first and second violations, respectively. Several head coaches and teams discuss and negotiate fines with the NFL Players Association whenever required. How long are NFL OTA? NFL OTA happen for up to 10 days and on the third phase. What happens in each phase? Here you go. The first phase includes a strength and conditioning session, rehabilitation, and group meetings to discuss strengths and weaknesses. The second phase includes individual and group workouts on the field. The final phase focuses on OTA, and these activities discourage personal contact. Training camps in OTA include different forms of practice. For instance, teams can conduct 2 consecutive practices on the same day or extend them across multiple days. Some OTA are not mandatory. The mandatory minicamp is compulsory for all players. However, other OTA are optional, and players can choose their timelines and preferences. Do players get paid for OTA? As players do not get paid for OTA unless franchises mention workout bonuses being offered in their contracts. OTA are mandatory for players to enhance their physical and mental health conditions throughout the game. Coaches and veterans should also participate in these OTA and closely work with players in planning strategies. We are going to end this video right away. If you have any query or information to share, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.